Are you struggling to find stuff that you want for Christmas this year? If your list looks like this right now, then I got you. I'll give you guys some of the best tips and some of the best items that you can add to your list. Alright guys, now we have the LED clock as you see right here. This thing is really cheap and it's just like really nice to have on your desk, especially if you don't have an on-screen device like that. As you guys can clearly tell, this one is definitely more expensive than this, but I have both of them and I would like to say that I do use this thing a lot more. If you can't justify spending the $60 to $70 on the Alexa, then definitely go with this light clock. It's super nice, it looks good, and it never really does me wrong. But yeah, it's definitely clean. I do recommend this thing a lot. It's nice. And honestly, I think it would look good on the wall if you could mount it. That would be really clean. And for the time being, we're just gonna leave it up right here next to the lights. And the thing looks good. Next up, of course, one of my personal favorites, fake plants. Literally, these make any setup just look so good, especially if you have just like a darker color theme. Like, tell me that setup just doesn't look fire now. Okay, maybe it doesn't right there, but you know what I'm saying. You actually have to put it somewhere. See, I have them coming down from here, and I think they look really good. And honestly, just for the sake, I might just, look at that. I really just think that they can make any setup look good. And I even have other ones that are like over there. Yeah, I just love fake plant. And look, I even found some more over here. They're just sitting on, they're so, I love them. They make the room look so good, and they're really cheap. So yeah, I definitely recommend fake plants, make the setup look good. So yeah. My next recommendation is going to be any kind of on-screen device that you can put for your setup, for telling the time, or just kind of any smart device. These are really convenient, especially when I'm streaming or just when I'm gaming. I can just look over and there's a time, there's a weather, pretty much everything I need is just at one look. It does play music too. If you guys ever want to jam out, just put some music on that thing. You can do so many things on this thing. Not only does it just look super clean, you can make it do your math homework for you if you need. And I know I need help with that. But yeah, like I've said, it also just looks good with the setup, and I think it's great because you can just have all that stuff right on the desk. And also guys, I'll be sure to have some links in the description for you guys to find these things, and some of them should be on sale, so if you don't know what to put on your wish list, make sure to put that link in there and you're good. My next recommendation is going to be some floating shelves, kind of like these as you can see right here. Floating shelves are a really great way that you can just put some personalization on them and just make your setup look super clean overall. As you guys can see here, it kind of just works together with it being right there. I obviously use that for hats, but it still, trust me, it works. There's some nice ones that you can find on IKEA, white or black depending on what your setup is, but I went with some black just to put some things in there, and I think it works really well. Having the space that you can kind of show off who you are, and especially in your setup, I just think that's a really good thing to have. But yeah, also over here, kind of like a 2-in-1, some posters. I'm a big poster guy because you can literally just, with one like tack in each corner, you can show off what you like, what your personality is, and it just makes it look really clean. Like as you can see here, Attack on Titan, one of my favorite animes, just goes right in front of my setup. It's off center, which it's making me cringe really bad, but you know, it's there. But yeah, these are kind of like a 2-in-1 because I think that these work really well with the personalization aspect of the setup. And I think a big part of setups that no one really thinks about is the actual personalization of it. I know I've said it so many times, but I really do think personalization goes a long way in setups, and it really just makes it your own and makes it unique, and that's why I love it. So yeah, that's one of the upgrades I'm really going to recommend. You can find some cheap ones on Amazon. Remember, I'll have links in the description if you guys want to see any of them. Next up, one little thing that's going to go a long way in setups are coasters. Right now you're probably like, oh, why would I need to put a coaster on my desk? I just put the drink right on it. But trust me, you do not want those circle stains on your desk, and especially if you have a white desk, it's gonna show and it's gonna look ugly. I always keep coasters on the desk no matter what. I mean, you can see some smudges here, but coasters always work and they go a long way. Trust me, you guys need these. I just went with these clean marble ones, and as you can see, it's cork on the bottom, so it's not gonna scratch your desk at all. Let me take a sip of my sippy cup. Let me take a sip of my sippy cup. Well, obviously that was a bottle, so it's not going to perspire as much as a glass would, but you get my point. There's going to be the circle around the desk, especially if it's hot in your room and the glass is sweating. So I wouldn't even recommend getting the circles at all. Get the coasters and you will never have the water circles on your desk. Alright guys, the next thing is going to be some coiled cable sleeves, as you can see here. I forgot to put them on these ones, but you know, ran out. Coiled cables are really convenient, especially if you have a lot of cables. Some people who have double PC setups need these kind of things to make it look good. As you can see, I have like 2-3 cables routing into these actual things, and it's helping cover up a big chunk of the like big old fat cable. Obviously you don't need them, but if you're somebody who struggles with cable management, it's a very good idea. As you can see, monitor ones go in here, and then I have the keyboard one going in another one. So yeah, I like them a lot. Coiled cables are super cheap, they're really efficient, and I really recommend getting them if you don't have some. And as you can see, I got these big old things covered up in the cables, and it's good because I don't gotta show. And they are like really easy to put in and put out. Like if you just need to take some out, you can just like unfold it like really easily. So but yeah, and they're also like resistant to scratches. If you guys have like cats who scratch your cables, I don't know why you would, but they're like resistant to scratches, which is like a weird fact, but there you go. And also with that, we have the coiled cable. A lot of people tell me that they don't like it, but you know, I just love the look of the coiled cable. It's just, I'm rocking just a basic RK65, which I want to upgrade, but I just think the coiled cable adds its own kind of unique aspect to it, and it doesn't make it look like every other keyboard on the market. As you can see, we also put the big old cable on this one too, so we just want to like push it down. hey, that looks pretty all right, you know? It helps it not look like every other keyboard that's on the market, and it also just kind of cleans up that desk space a little bit. Also, a quick little one, I'm just gonna recommend the Control Freak real quick. It's not its own thing, I just wanted to mention it. These are really convenient, especially if you're a console gamer and you're like serious about the game. Like, they're super cheap, and all you gotta do is just slap it on. I do only recommend the right one, the right stick for with a aiming stick. But how it works is, its literal science behind it is that since the stick is thicker and it makes it taller, it's actually able to move more like in a certain area. It takes a lot less input, which makes it so that the slightest move is still going to move your thing, as opposed to the hard Xbox one, where if you move a little bit, it's not going to go anywhere, but if you move a little bit, it's going to go a lot with the Control Freak on it. It's science, yo. Like, it actually works. I'm telling you, my aim went crazy with this when I got it, so get it. All right, y'all, we just got done with all the recommendations. I don't know about y'all, but I just made my Christmas list. Like I've already said twice, I will have links in the description below, and also in the description there's going to be my Discord server. Make sure y'all join. When I want to rate you guys a setup, I go to Discord, and that's like the #1 place I get the setups from. I will try to be grinding out content over Christmas break. That's here soon, because finals week is done. Your boy got A's on every single one except for my chemistry. But if you guys are seeing this right now, make sure you comment W student in the comments. Just confuse everybody else so I know you got here. And yeah, I think I'm good. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yeah, we from the north, baby, the cold made me. I know you can't get enough of me, been up lately. Took you down inside my old Honda, you upgraded. Won't leave my ass alone, but I can't give you love, baby. It's just for the